So unfortunately, we have a strange situation here with Ragnar, in that driving at moderate speed, the steering is perfect, but at slow speed, when you're trying to navigate around a parking lot, the steering becomes extremely heavy.
Welcome to another video in my Volvo XC70 X Ambulance Transformation series. In previous videos I fixed various mechanical faults, got the Volvos through an annual MOT test to make it roadworthy, and then also transformed the big yellow bonnet into a fabulous contour-lined overlanding graphic.
I'm going to try and flush the power steering system. I don't know how long it's been since that power steering fluid was changed. So first thing is to change that, see if that makes any difference. Hopefully it will. If that doesn't do anything, then I'm going to have to look at lubricating the universal joints, which has been suggested to me by another XC70 owner. Or change the power steering pump, which doesn't look like it'll be too much of a mission. The next thing I need to do is change this power steering pump over here. So I've got to take this plastic thing off, disconnect this rubber hose and that high pressure hose over there, and there should be 3 or 4 bolts holding it in from the front, one at the back, and that'll be it. So what you can't see is the tensioner Torx kind of socket insert is down here behind this rear top idle pulley. Just tucked behind it is a Torx, which I'm led to believe is a T60, which is fairly large. So I'm not sure what the biggest that I've got is a 55. So I'm going to give that a go, and hopefully this is big enough to shift the tensioner forward to release the tension on this top idle pulley over here. It's in. 55 fits, that's for sure. And of course, you always drop it, right? Okay, I've actually got it off. So the trick was to use a smaller ratchet. So that's out now. Belt is off. So you can just release it from the top like that. The routing is pretty simple. Goes over that, around that, over the top. So don't have to worry too much about that. We'll just tuck that out of the way. There are 3 bolts here, 1, 2, 3. Yep, those are 10s. Just going to crack these loose. There we go. Actually looks like this pump has been leaking for a while. And there's one at the back here. There we go. Loosen that off. That looks like an 8. Okay, so that's the high pressure loose. So this is bound to make a bit of a mess. So let's put as much paper in here as I can get, because the alternator has already got a fair amount of brake fluid all over it. So we get this out of the way, remove that over there. That is gonna make a mess. Let's get that off there. There we go. Get that out of the way. Oh, there we go. So that's gonna drain out the fluid that I just put in. Right, let's take the 8mm off. Okay, that's about to come off. That's the little 8mm. Let's get that. Whoops! Lift that up. Just plop that over there like that. Oh! Take all the other little bolts out now. Just undoing the last bolt now, and then the power steering pump will be free. There we go, last bolt, top, front, back, spanner. Okay. Let's pull this out. There we go, simple as that. I am not sure this is original, but you can see it's been leaking. Look at all the residue underneath there between the pulley and the housing. Give the alternator a bit of a clean while I'm here. Yep, it does look like this has been leaking a bit of fluid. I don't mind replacing stuff that's worn out, especially seeing as I want to do a road trip in this. Yeah, there's a lot of wet fluid underneath this bracket here and on the front of the alternator. So here is the new one, without all of the extra padding. Gotta say, it looks like it is the same. It's a nice little cover that's on there. Thank you for that. And a nice little plug over there. Thank you for that. Interestingly, there's no markings on this. So it just fits into that cradle over there like that. There is a little bit of fluid inside it, which is a good sign. It's not completely dry. Let's get this baby in place. So there are 4 little bolts that hold the power steering in place. There we go. Alright, and then the last one, which is at the front. And that should line up nice and easily now. And it does. Right, let's tighten it all up now. Right, that is all 4 nipped up tight. There you go. The new power steering pump is now fitted. I've just slipped on the hose there. It's nice and smooth. Right, so what I'm going to do is just make sure there's no power steering fluid on the pulleys. Hose clamp. So let's tighten this up here. Good for now. Pop that out of the way. Let me just reattach the high pressure line. Just make sure that that's clean. Unfortunately, I didn't get an O-ring to replace this. So I'll be able to see on the new pump whether it's actually leaking from there or not. And then that's the little 8mm nip that up. Not too tight because it's a steel bolt going into an alloy casing. Very easy to strip. Let's clean this belt up. Put it back on. I've got to give that tensioner pulley some relaxation, and then I can slip the belt back on. There we go. Whew. The belt is on. And there we have it. The new power steering pump is fitted. This is the old one. I'm not sure if it's original or not. I've replaced the power steering pump. I've replaced the power steering reservoir, the fluid tank, and I've flushed the system. So I'm just going to top the system up now and take it for a drive, and hopefully the job's a good one. Anyway, that didn't take very long, less than an hour to do, so certainly something anyone could tackle really. If you've put together something from IKEA, you can do this. Happy days. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the follows. Help me get to 1,000 and more. That'll be cool. Okay, let's fire it up and see if it works. Give Ragnar a bit of a test drive. Let's see if we can get the air bubble out of the system. Oh, there, I think it just went now. Which is now not there anymore. And I have light steering. I have light steering. Bing, bing, bing.